All right, so today I wanted to talk about a couple of things that I have been thinking about recently. Um, and instead of doing the whole introduction thing, I think I'm just going to get started. And then maybe throughout the video, I'll talk about some of the other stuff that I would normally put in the beginning of a video. So, for other people that create content out there, I wanted to talk about the importance of long form content as opposed to short form content. So, for the past couple of years, I have been growing an account called Swiss on my Instagram. And when I was younger, I really got into this just posting like a million videos a day and caring about the quality of them, but more so caring about what brought in numbers. And unfortunately, on Instagram and other platforms like TikTok, the things that brought in a lot of views were very easily digestible, simple, surface level pieces of content. And so for me, I'm a writer, and I actually just self-published my first book. It's still April, so I'm pretty happy with that. And that was something that I've been working on for a really long time now. And I had originally started by posting my writings on Instagram, just kind of as like static posts so that you could scroll through them. Um, and those they did okay, but the the topics of my writing are a bit deeper, and they deal with topics such as depression and addiction and stuff like that, because that was really the audience that I wanted to reach, and that was the audience I wanted to be able to make an impact on. And that audience is kind of hard to find just by posting those static posts. And what I found that did better was posting very surface level quote reels, where I would put some cool artsy Pinterest cover on the post so that when people would see it on their explore page, they would say, "Hey, that looks sick." Click on it, and it's just a white screen with like a little blurb of like really easily digestible black text, and some trending audio, and those would do crazy. I actually reached one of those reels having a million views, and while that feels really good in the beginning, I started to realize that the people that I was reaching was not the people that I wanted to or that I needed to reach with my actual writing. And that's okay for a little while. I mean, obviously, everyone loves a big audience, whether at first it's very easy to fall into that. I just want big numbers. I don't really care who's seeing them. I don't care who's engaging them. I don't care who I'm reaching. I just care that I have a big follower count and I have big view counts. Because that dopamine that you get from that is unreal. Like, even me, like, I fully fell into this. I loved how I felt when I got a really well performing video. And the thing about that is that it feels great for a little while, but then once you start to really want to start posting your own content and stuff that's not just like cheap garbage that just really just easily floats onto someone's For You page, it doesn't do so well, and it starts to get a little demoralizing. It's like, but this is the stuff that I'm really posting. This is the real shit that I'm making, and it's doing horribly. So why would I keep doing it? Why wouldn't I just revert to the old garbage methods that I was doing before? And so that's kind of the problem that I fell into. And over time, as I grew, I'm a junior in college right now, so I'm not old, but a lot of development happens in these years. I started to realize that I really just didn't have the energy to post garbage anymore. I really wanted to post what I felt would actually help people and what I actually had the energy and the drive and the enthusiasm to create. And when those kind of things don't do well, it's kind of like, okay, well, why am I doing this? Why don't I just quit? Why don't I just make it for myself, or reach out to people in person? And that's great and all, but you can only meet so many people when you're in a place where I am. For example, like I'm not going to college in a city. I'm going to a relatively large school, but it's nothing crazy. So it's like I'm kind of confined to this group of people and this same mindset and these same kind of ideals. And when you want to reach more people, you go to the internet, because that's the place where everybody's on and every single type of person is on. But when you post the stuff that you want to reach people and it's not reaching people, it kind of hurts. And it kills that drive that you have. So after a while of posting on, short form platforms like TikTok and Instagram, I lost that drive. And I stopped posting almost for about 6 months, I'd say. I deleted TikTok. I just kept Instagram because, I like scrolling on there, and that's where the majority of my friends were, so I could stay in contact with them and stuff like that. And just doom scrolling, honestly, to be completely honest with you. Um, but now I'm kind of in this spot where I just released my book, and my audience has been pretty stagnant on Instagram. Granted, I haven't posted a reel in who knows how long. Um, and I'm not really interested in restarting posting that surface level stuff anymore because it does well. It's easy to make, but it's after a while, it's like why am I doing this? Because it's not achieving my long term goal, which is building a community of people that have really found help in the words that I say. So, it's kind of just like, it's like chiseling at the wall for there to be nothing behind it. So that's why I'm moving to YouTube. And I've done YouTube before. I've had success on it. But again, I burnt out. But now I really feel like I have this drive to help people and to actually share the stuff that I've been writing, because I have grown a small community of people that have reached out and said, hey, I love what you say, and it has sucked that I haven't seen a lot of stuff you've been saying recently. And I would love to see if do you have a Substack? I tried Substack, but again, like with school and everything like that, writing takes much longer than just filming a video right here. So here I am, but so this long form content, I feel it's good for everybody. For me, it's good because the stuff that I'm creating and I'm posting is valuable. I'm able to share what I want to share. I'm not just making garbage. I'm reaching the people that I want to reach. And even if this video gets 5 views, eventually, after a while of posting consistently long-term quality content, I'll find you guys. I'm not worried about it. At least I know that you guys are out there, and I know that I'm not gonna accidentally blow up and it's just gonna reach nobody, because that's not how YouTube works. People don't sit down to watch a long video about shit they don't care about, right? And it's pretty obvious. It's pretty easy to recognize a video like 2 minutes in that this isn't something you're interested in. So if you're not interested in this, you would have clicked away already. So the people that are here now and the people that are going to last this long for my future videos, those are the people I want to reach, and those are the people that I feel confident that I'm going to keep posting for. Another thing that I struggled with Instagram in the short form content was that Reels, when they reach the wrong people, it's just kind of awkward because they don't really get what you're posting, and the more that it reaches that wrong audience and that wrong audience engages with it, it's just going to feed it out to more and more of that incorrect audience. And I kind of dealt with that a little bit, and it was a little tough, and it honestly made me fall into this mode of feeling that I needed to make every single reel perfect before I posted it. And no longer was I able to bump out 3 or 4 videos a day. It was more like maybe 2 or 3 videos a week because I wanted everything to be perfect. And even once I posted it a couple days later, I might actually just take it down because I re-looked at it and I was realizing that this was just not what I wanted to create. This was not something I was proud of creating. And something that really stuck with me, or actually something that I kind of figured out on my own and then looked it up on the internet and found out that a lot of other people had been talking about it, was it's not perfectionism more so, it's more just feeling that every step you make needs to be the right step, and that if you make a wrong step, it's this detrimental thing. But how are you supposed to learn if you don't make wrong steps? Because if you're making steps and every single time the step does well, then you say, okay, I've plotted a great course, I'm going to stick to it. But then what happens when something goes wrong and all you've had is success? You have nothing to, take from you have no past experiences to take from. You have no past experiences to say, when this happened, I did this. Or when something similar to this, problem that I'm currently in happened, I did this. You have no people to reach out to because you haven't had anyone talk to about it in the past. And so I realized that, there needs to be other, components of my life that I experience this, this imperfection and this feeling of, I'm not super happy with that, or I wish I'd done this differently in the past, because now I'm making a new decision that is building on the past decision. And, that's tough. People don't like experiencing discomfort and embarrassment and lack of confidence in their decisions. Sorry, I think my computer turned off for a second. But, anyways, a very rudimentary and basic practice that I, kind of stumbled upon was the stickers on your water bottle method. And this sounds really stupid because it sounds like this is something that is so simple. But for my entire life, I'm 20 now. For my entire life, I never put stickers on water bottles. When I was a kid, I used to get those like Lego sticker books, and I would never remove the stickers to put them in the right spot that they were supposed to. Even though they literally gave you the exact spot to put them in, I never wanted to take that sticker out and put it in the spot that it was supposed to because I didn't want to mess up. And I didn't want to ruin this awesome thing that I had, which was a sticker book full of Star Wars Legos or whatever. But for example, this is my water bottle now. I started putting stickers on this about a month ago. And ever since then, I have felt so much more comfort in just taking a step, regardless of whether I felt that it was perfect. If I felt confident enough in it, in that step, in the moment, I just took it. And since then, I felt like I have really grown as a person, and I have really, kind of taken the next step in this level or in this field of like confidence and momentum. And the reason for this is because when I used to have a plain water bottle, that was great and all, but I had a bunch of these freaking stickers that I just wanted to, put places, and I was like, I have no idea where to put these because I don't want to put them in the wrong spot so that later on when I want to put another sticker on, I can't because it's like, oh, I put this sticker in the wrong spot before, now I can't put this sticker here. And I realized that they're just stickers. Like they are not the end of the world, and it's just a water bottle. I mean, this water bottle was probably like $25. I don't know. I didn't even buy it. My parents bought it for Christmas, and these stickers are like $1 to $2. If you really want to quantify something, you can do it like that, but also it's not really that necessary. So what I started doing was if I found a sticker that I liked or had a significant moment in my life tied to it, I just put it on my water bottle. And so this was the first sticker that I put on, which is a mountain from Banff in Canada when I went to the national park last summer. And I put it dead in the middle because that was a good starting spot because I knew that I put that on there and it was symmetric with the logo. I knew that I would feel okay about that regardless of what happened in the future and regardless of what other stickers I wanted to put on. I would know that for the time being, a middle sticker perfectly centered and pretty much goes with the theme of the water bottle would make me feel okay. And that was something I could start with, and that was something that I could build momentum on top of. The next sticker I got was an Arc'teryx sticker from Rockefeller Center in New York City. And this one I kind of just threw on there because, again, it's still centered and it still kind of goes with the theme. We're making progress because I didn't put it like centered like right next to here. I put it just in some random spot on the back. We're making progress. And then the next sticker was, for my fraternity, one of our philanthropy events is we do a Labs for Life for the Boston Children's Hospital, and we raise an absurd amount of money for it. And it doesn't really go with the theme, it doesn't really go with the Arc'teryx sticker, and it doesn't really go with the Hailing Peak sticker. So I just kind of chucked it on there. Again, we're making steps, and I'm not going to continue to do this because it gets a little bit stale, but I kept going. And eventually, I even overlapped the sticker. And that meant a lot to me because it was like, I went through my entire life without having stickers on my water bottle. And all of a sudden, I'm this person that has the capacity to put a sticker on top of another sticker on a water bottle that I bring everywhere. And these little wins are the kind of things that are going to propel you in life. And these are the little wins that are going to make you say, hey, if I can do this, I can do fucking anything. And that's kind of the whole, main point of this video is that no matter what you want to do in life, you have to do it or it's never going to get done. And I know that sounds really freaking simple, but when you kind of take a step back and look at it, it's like, well, you're kind of right. Like if you want to be a writer, but you never write, how are you supposed to be a writer? Or if you want to get fit in the gym and you never go to the gym because you're too scared of what people are going to think about you, then how are you going to get fit? Yeah, you can start with doing stuff on your own or doing it, but exactly, actually, hold on. Erase that. To start, though, you don't have to go right to the gym. You can start by doing stuff in your house. Make yourself feel a little bit more confident in your body, and then go for walks outside. Put some sunglasses on, put a hat on. People won't recognize you. Take these small steps, and then eventually you'll feel confident enough in your body to say, hey, people don't give a fuck. They're worried about themselves. I'm just going to go to the gym. And that's just an example. It is okay to take these small steps, even if they feel so stupid. You don't have to explain them to anybody, they just have to make sense to yourself. If you can take these small steps in working towards your main goal, then I promise you that this momentum will propel you so much farther than you even thought that you could go in the first place. But that's my spiel. I'm not going to keep going. It's already at 15 minutes. But put stickers on your water bottle. And don't worry about what other people are going to think about your content. Because as long as you're posting and you're posting the quality content that you want, not the surface level garbage that I was posting on Instagram before. And it doesn't even have to be long term. If you can find a way to fit what you want to say, what you truly want to say into a 30-second clip, then you go and do that, okay? But I personally, for my niche, for my genre, I couldn't feel like I did that. I couldn't feel like I could do that. So YouTube was my step. So take the steps, put stickers on your water bottle, and, kind of just take it one fucking step at a time. You got this.